Everybody, welcome back to Kentucky Route Zero. I wanted to get the station thing out of the way. I think I found it, so here we are. Welcome back. Thanks for coming, listening. If you remember last time we had to find a radio station and then drive until it cut out and then turn around, I believe, which I can double check real fast here. So, what's this station? I've never heard this before. It sounds like horses. Horses running? A race? Let's say Charlie and I used to go to the races sometimes. He was your boss's kid, right? The one who, yeah, must be some memories there. Well, that fits familiar but strange for me. Harry said we just drive until it cuts out. Alright, so let's just drive. Oh, okay. Did not expect a cutscene. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, we're back on the zero. And just to make sure we are no notes yet, so let's just keep driving. I think I'm supposed to go back to the bureau. It's been a couple days, so. Hall of the Mountain King. Should I click on that? Why not? Let's see what happens. Don't quite remember where. Oh, that was the right thing to do. Look at me being all lucky. Because I'm Lucky Denver. Slap your knees, you peasants. Let's check in with old Blue. They don't keep the roads up too well, do they? Not down here. Who do you think is responsible? Alright, let's look at the bridge. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Not much of a... Time to cut him loose, ma'am? Well, now I'm having fun. Huh, okay. Slow night anyways. Okay. Guess we're gonna head to the boardwalk. Oh, wow. Love their transitions. So creative. Rope. A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Guess we keep moving on up. Oh, I think we're going the wrong way. There we go. Computers. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously amongst the rocks. What is? Love this. A little tricky to navigate though, but I guess that makes sense. Pet carrier. A pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. Backpack. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Fire. A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. Let's go talk to Amy. Oh, It's triangles within triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you were too young to recognize the movements of his heart. To Conway. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interest at heart, while really you're in love with the young woman as well, until you've agreed to help him conspire to win her affections. But it's just a ploy to set him up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. What are you talking about? Literally. No, you're right. It's insipid. Derivative. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published. From The Billionaire's Bidding to Fields of Longing. Real hot, bodice-ripping stuff, you know? I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Just me and my thesaurus steaming up the windows. I'm not sure you should be listening to this, kid. I'm not listening. But of course it couldn't last. You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that, inject a little libido into those ugly beige boxes. Ha! So I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction, and then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester, debugging. In my off hours I played around with the doomed love story at the core of our little simulation. That seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. Alright, old man. Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? What's that song? Oh, you caught a verse of my absent-minded warbling. It's just a song from my youth. Something a dear friend used to sing herself as we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky, where my love alone lovely home did build for me, and where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. That was terrible. I am so sorry. From there on, it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is what we were talking about. We're a bit lost, actually. Ah, you came from the road, the zero. No, you should stay off that road. Not safe. Bizarre topology. You'll never get anywhere. It just brings you right back here. She keeps bringing this up. I feel like I should ask. What's that you're working on? Looks pretty vintage. Looks like a harmless old computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot? Or to flower? No, it's no ordinary computer. I've modified it extensively, and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me. And that's to say nothing of the software, but... You look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of mold growth on diffuse-based transistor circuitry? The mold would burn up. Exactly, it burns, and oh, the sweet smoke that issues from it. But it also leaves a sticky residue to seep through the machine, forming new connections and creating new circuits. The computer is no longer the pure domain of language or mathematics, but entropy. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. We are mere tourists in the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off into the tunnels. Boundless and bare, the caves stretch far away. We are too late. Always too late. What? Did you say something? I'm just interested in the mold. Oh, no. Let's ask about the software. Oh, the software. My life's work. Xanadu. You've heard of it? Perhaps you read about it in a journal? It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structures in my article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as a Post-Structural Witness. Evolved, and then deteriorated. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated in the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted. Then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly as your work declines into ruin? Oh, jeez. Oh man, there are so many answers. Um, let's go with Conway. I drive deliveries for a small antique shop and we're closing down. Ah, shuffling around the dusty ghost of antiquity. Well, I have my own ghost, and I keep them in there, in Xanadu. It's running on that glorious, dusty machine. Take a look if you'd like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce anyway. Far too late to do anything. Well, there's more people to talk to. And then we'll look at Xanadu. Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, could it... I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got it. How would you characterize this space, the one we're standing in now? It seems endless. You have no idea how right you are. Decades of mapping and notating. But how can you tell? What formal quality makes it seem endless, you know? That huge fire, the smoke just disappears. Mysterium tremendum. It sends the shadows scattering momentarily, lights the mouths of unseen tunnels. That fire is constantly reshaping my... Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Only if you close yours. Okay, I can do it from memory. Good, now. You are standing at the top of a rocky peak. A tongue of flame licks the shadowy anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointing. Sorry to, disappoint. No, it's my fault. I shouldn't be so attached to the future. It's always getting in the way of my work. Better to be in the moment, carefully observing and documenting with no attachment. Let me give you an example. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on his project. He said we needed someone with a more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing. Someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor instead of taking their authoritarian voice for granted. Donald warned me it'd be long hours of typing painstakingly detailed descriptions into the computer. And I've put in the hours. Believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often, in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed rooms from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They can only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write, and all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. Okay. Well, that was weird. Oh, geez, there's so much stuff. A massive gate constructed out of scavenged material blocks passage down the far side of the spire. Oh my god! There's so much going on. This is like the busiest scene in the game. Let's go talk to Roberta. Somebody will yell at me if I don't talk to everybody. The kingdom is in peril. Roberta laughs. Well, what else is new? Where's the kingdom? You're in the throne room. There are 3 legendary treasures hidden throughout the castle that will restore these ruins to their former glory. What do they look like? She's messing with you, kid. Roberta laughs. I'm not laughing right now. Enchanted jewelry, talismans, a magic mirror that prevents the future. That was really rude. I'm sorry. Here. There we go. I laughed. I feel like a dick. Talismans, a magic mirror that prevents the future, a magic shield that protects the bearer from age, a magic chest that's always filled with... I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. Then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scraped black mold from cave walls. Finally, now I carry the firewood into... Senescence? It's a pretty word, but I've never heard it before. The kingdom is in peril. Alright. I feel like we can go to Xanadu now. Let's look at Xanadu. Alright, we're there. Good. Baffling control panels are sheltered from the elements with a worn tarp. A closet-sized wall of knobs and wires looms behind the machine, humming faintly. An electric typewriter is the only easily recognizable component. Alright, let's do this. How do you think we get it started? This old thing? Maybe there's a hand crank. Oh, it has a run key. Act 3, Scene 5. Xanadu. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. The Den of Fire? I think that's what that said. Okay. I'll just leave that there for a second and let you guys try to determine what that says, because I cannot read that. You are, I assume it's supposed to be standing at the edge of something. Huh. This thing is in rough shape. I'm a 90s kid. Try blowing on it. Conway blows some dust off the keyboard and presses the return key. Something rode around you. Okay, that's worse. Kind of looks like a house. Type house. Conway types house. That's... okay. Let's quit. You are getting some serious untold story flashbacks here. Lula. So that's Lula Chamberlain. Did that say Lula? Donald something. School of... what is happening? Reader, your act. I can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have my portable degausseur with me. Old systems like this one can build up a remnant magnetic field that sort of warps everything along whatever pattern it's settled into, you know? The degausseur clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around it until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it anyway. Like shaking a snow globe. Haha, worth a shot. Hall of the Mountain King. Okay. Well, okay. That worked out. Oh, wow, that's... some of you will know why this is creepy. I don't like that. Where you set up your equipment, I assume that's supposed to be premature end of file, press any key to quit. This is a lost cause. What a piece of junk. That was weird. Bizarre. What was that about Lula? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. Alright, well, let us loop back around to Donald. That's thankful. We don't have to traverse the path again. Just keep heading towards Donald. I do love the way this game implements like angles and camera angles and all that. It's really creative. So, you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? Is that the end? The chalky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There was so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, exhaustively simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering and clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices, just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. What did they look like? They look like... No, it's too horrible. Shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. Should have never tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me. But it's too late now. If I had listened to Lula, Lula Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? We're looking for her now. No, she's gone now. She left. We built this together, did you know? Lula, Joseph, and I. Lula's gone from here, but Donald points across the cave with his pipe. Still in there, in Xanadu. I don't know where Lula is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway. But Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. Until... But maybe? Those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've spent many eager seconds to negotiate with them, to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel. Push back the vines, crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees from rock to crystal and then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe and a few dreams left. Okay. That was strange. We're just moving along. Where the strangers come from. Okay, waiting to see what happens here. Oh, we're walking. There we go. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. Worth a look inside, I guess. I want to stay outside. Why? I think I saw a lizard. I'll stay with him. Okay, we'll make it quick. Oh my god, whoa. So, I'm them now. Alright. Well, this seems like a good place to stop this episode. Thank you guys for watching this weird-ass game. Thank you for enjoying them and coming to my channel. And take care of yourselves and have a good day and or night. We'll see you next time.